work on that. So what are the libraries? What are the aspects that a person trying to work in the space of recommendation engine it is? All right. Can you please, address on that aspect, Sharath?
Sure, definitely. As I already spoke about one library, which is Surprise. It basically defines. These libraries are depending on some strategies, matrix factorizations, or you basically, as Bharani spoke about, similarity based, knowledge based. So these are all predefined. The logic is predefined, but these Python libraries allow us to experiment on these different strategies and try to also do the predictions of recommendations. And there are libraries which also have metrics which allow us to evaluate whether the recommendation that we are giving is appropriate or not. So along with Surprise, I would also try to bring up certain libraries like TensorFlow Recommendation. We also have recommendation metrics, CRAB. Then we have LensKit. LensKit is again one of the popular open source library which is there in the industry being used by many. Then we have Rexy. Rexy is again a very big recommendation engine platform or library. You can try and look into the documentation in PyPI GitHub repository itself, right? And these are all not so evolved libraries, but they are these libraries which are kind of being standardized now. All of them are either user based or your item based, right? And we also have Tensor Recommendation Engine, as I already mentioned. We have something called as LightFM. We have Spotlight. We have Case Recommender. So many such libraries are readily available for us to experiment on our recommendation engines. In fact, I would also talk about the benchmarkings. So the recommendation engine frameworks are there which are used as benchmarking systems. One of that is a tag recommender system or tag recommender benchmarking system. These are also used heavily. And in media, right, this is very, very important. In media, a lot of libraries are used. One of the movie recommendation site, that is Genie. This is also used as one of the standards. And yeah, as I mentioned, there's a huge list of libraries that we can actually use. Mahout is there, which is very, very popular library on Hadoop platform, distributed engine platform. But all these flexibilities that are available, the most important thing that we need to look at is whether a given standard or whether a given strategy is applicable for our business case, right? And we need to ultimately do experimentations, use these recommendation engine metrics. There's one specific library called REC metrics, recommendation engine metrics. This would also help us to evaluate whether the recommendations that we are doing are appropriate or not. So we experiment, we evaluate the recommendation engine strategy that we implemented, and thereby, right, rigmarole happens, and then we choose the best recommendation engine for our given case. And not to forget the cloud platforms. There are a lot of readily available recommendation engines solutions that are made available on our cloud platforms. Whether you name it, whether it is AWS, whether it is Azure or the GCP being the top 3 cloud platforms, there are customized recommendation engine services which are provided as a platform, or you can say software as a service. Sorry, not platform, but yeah, software as a service. You can try and experiment these readily available solutions as well. So these are small insights from a technical perspective. You might want to also look into these solutions. One specific library I would want to, or service that I would want to bring up here, which basically is a solution which was developed as part of Netflix competition. Netflix tries to launch these competitions to improve their recommendation engine. It's more like a hackathon. And one organization called Gravity R&D, this is basically now is made available as a solution, software as a solution. You might want to look into that option as well. It is a very good solution. It has won the prize in Netflix recommendation engine competitions. So yeah, it's just an exploration away. You can try and find a lot of readily available solutions for recommendation engine.
Thank you, Sharat.